If you allow a small group of people to have an unbelievably enormous amount of wealth and power, they will inevitably use that to take the rest of the wealth and the power. It's just, this is simple as that. Look at European history, right? Until World War II, my grandma was born in the early 20th century in the richest country in the world, the UK, and 3 of her siblings died of tuberculosis, a disease of poverty, right? That is what can happen in the richest country in the world if you do not manage your distribution and your inequality.
Okay, that was Gary from Gary Economics talking about the importance of removing the power from the central legacy system that controls all the wealth, because when we see a centralized control, everybody underneath them suffer. And if you don't know about Gary, please give him a follow, especially if you're in the UK. I know I have a lot of UK viewers out there. Gary is spreading the message, trying to wake people up to get more serious about finances and what's coming for the future. So definitely give him a follow. But besides that, in this video, we're going to talk about what the legacy systems are trying to do. They're looking to acquire this company called Fiserv, one of the largest payment networks out there today. We're going to talk about that as well as the payments war, because we see these legacy systems trying to, hang on to what they have. Then we see the companies like Zebec, Stronghold, and XRP, which we're going to talk about in this video, coming in to remove that power from them. And we're seeing this happening in real time. This payments war is a real thing. So let's go ahead and get into it. First story is coming from Coin Bureau on July 6, 2026. Check it out. Read along with me. Says huge. America's biggest banks explore deal to bypass federal debt fee caps. JPMorgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and PNC have held early talks to acquire Fiserv network that would let them bypass federal debt fee caps. As you want to learn more about Fiserv, who they are, this is coming from Clearly Payments on June 19th, 2025. So it is a bit older, but check it out. Good information still. It says largest payment processor, Fiserv, or First Data. As of 2025, the largest payment processing company in the world by volume of merchant payments handled is Fiserv, which owns First Data and the popular Clover POS system. Key facts about Fiserv: merchant transactions processed over $2.4 trillion annually. Number of merchants serves over 6 million business globally. Global reach operates in 100 plus countries. Acquisitions power: Fiserv acquired the First Data in 2019 for $22 billion, combining one of the largest processors with banking tech infrastructure. And now the banks are looking to buy that. And as you can see, the other leading payments processors gives you an idea how big Fiserv is. $2.4 trillion, WorldPay 2.2, Chase Payments 1.9 trillion, Global Payments 1.6 trillion, Stripe 1 trillion, Square $250 billion. And as we look from Yahoo Finance, it gives us more information. And again, this article is coming out July 6th as well. But I want to show you this piece as we roll down. It says Fiserv take over interest in effort to bypass Dodd-Frank. This is why the banks really want to take this. So pay attention, read along. At the center of the industry's interest is a specific section of the 2010 Dodd-Frank Act known as the Durbin Amendment. The federal rule caps the interchange fees that institutions with $10 billion or more in assets can charge merchants with when a consumer swipes a debit card. But under the current legal framework, if a bank owns the underlying network, aka Fiserv, it's legally exempt from government-imposed fee limits. Consumer banks in the U.S. have fiercely fought the Durbin Amendment, stating that they lose billions in revenue and are forced to eliminate popular customer perks such as debit card reward programs. Merchant and consumer advocacy groups have countered the claims, maintaining the lower interchange fees have directly translated to lower retail prices for public, as per the Wall Street Journal. As we want to check out this from chain.com, if you watched my recent video on Onyx XCN, we showed you the new chain.com website. And if you look right here, again, Fiserv was one of the original investors into chain.com, still on their website. So is the banks looking to buy Fiserv to control the payments network? Very interesting what's going on here. As you can see, the payments war is a real thing. It is heating up. The legacy system is trying to hang on to everything that they can hang on to, while we have the new DeFi crypto companies coming in, and they are removing all that power from them. So they are freaking out as they're trying to scramble to rebuild and hang on to their legacy system. So it's kind of an interesting time to watch this unfold. But as we're thinking about payments and moving forward, Zebec steps in, and Zebec is already making massive moves around the world, not just in the United States. This story is going to come from INDODAX, and this is coming out on July 7th, 2026. I say the dates for a reason, which we're going to talk about here in a second when we talk about XRP. You're going to see what I'm talking about, but check this out. It says, Listing Zebec Network, ZBCN, will start trading on INDODAX on Thursday, July 9th, 2026. What exactly is ZBCN? Read more. Don't forget your research before investing. But what I'm pointing out is INDODAX is one of the largest, if not the largest, exchange in Indonesia. This is going to be a massive unlock for Zebec because it's opening the door for millions of users, right? At the same time, we're seeing from Zebec Network on July 7th as well, ZBCN is now live on Fasset. As Fasset puts it, we continue to expand access to projects building practical financial infrastructure with global relevance, now available to Fasset users across 125 plus countries. So Zebec ZBCN just unlocked over 9 million users in Indonesia, at the same time working with Fasset that unlocked over 130 countries. Zebec just announced a major unlock for their network. So if you're a Zebec holder, get ready for what's coming around the corner. They are moving fast if you're paying attention to what's going on with Zebec. And before we move into Stronghold XRP after that, please give this video a like if you like this kind of information where we bring just facts, no hopium, and we give you a different way to look at the crypto market as a whole. If you do like that kind of reporting and you're not subscribed yet, towards the end of the video, if you feel like I've earned your subscription from you, please consider subscribing to the channel. We would love to have you here on this channel. Let's move into the Stronghold announcement that comes out July 7th, 2026 from Stronghold. And this is the official announcement with a Solana. So let's go ahead and look at this and see what's going on. Check it out with me. It says SHx bridge is now live on Solana. This marks the next step in Stronghold's multi-chain strategy built on the interoperability foundation established through the Stellar Ethereum bridge on Axelar. As we read, it says why Solana scale liquidity and momentum. But number 3 is what I want to point out. It says Solana's full smart contract capabilities give developers and enterprises the flexibility to build custom workflows, integrations, and asset experiences to fit their specific needs. More flexibility, more opportunities. So institutions will have more ability to pick and choose what works for them versus what doesn't. Number 4, together with XRP Ledger's compliance-focused architecture and Stellar's proven payments infrastructure, Solana expands the choices available to customers based on their risk, regulatory, and operational requirements. Number 5, look at all these chains are on. Stellar, Ethereum, XRP Ledger, and Solana, 4 chains, 1 SHx ecosystem. Years of deliberate infrastructure decisions are now creating new opportunities for real-world asset adoption across multiple blockchain networks. And as we keep rolling on here and we put all this together, we see that SHx is working with XRP and XRP Ledger. So what is XRP up to? So from Ripple Zenity, and this is coming out July 8th, it says Clearstream, the post-trade arm of Deutsche Börse and operator of Germany's largest stock exchange, added XRP to its regulated crypto custody platform, holding 22 trillion euros in assets and connecting 60 markets worldwide. Fully compliant under Europe's MiCA framework, Crypto Finance and Deutsche Börse entity serves as a sub-custodian. XRP added along ADA, Sol, LTC, XLM, AVAX, joining Bitcoin and Ethereum, opens the door to MiCA-compliant XRP ETPs, which is an ETF essentially for the UK if you're not from the UK, and an institutional access across Europe. Once a trusted custodian holds an asset, the floodgates open. Germany's financial backbone just said XRP belongs. The institutions aren't coming. They are already here. Keep in mind, this comes on the heels of Ripple, RLUSD getting that MiCA license as well, and good to go, the CASPA license. And as we keep rolling on here, we're thinking about Japan and XRP from Coin Bureau, July 8th, 2026. So from Japan, Bitcoin and XRP are becoming corporate treasury assets. SBI VC Trade says Japanese firms are adding Bitcoin and XRP to their balance sheets, and the yen continues to lose purchasing power. Its registered accounts across VC Trade and BitPoint have passed 2 million, roughly doubling from 2025. What I want to call out about Japan is if you're following Japan, their economy is crashing. The reverse carry trade is looking more and more real. It's happening in real time and it's happening fast. So if you're not paying attention to Japan's market, pay attention to Japan's market. A lot's going on out there. And from Ripple, this is just a fun one here. It says XRP, University of Kansas. History on a jersey patch. The first ever crypto sponsorship of a major college athletic program starts today. As you can see, the Jayhawks do have the XRP logo on their jerseys now. So if you want to talk about getting mass adoption and getting people aware of crypto, XRP, Ripple just now made that happen. And as we're thinking about XRP, what else they're capable of more than just payments. This is just something fun I threw in here for people that are unaware. There is something called XRP Healthcare. So XRP Healthcare is using the XRP ledger to make payments. As you can see right here, it says infrastructure focus. It says XRP Healthcare focuses on the infrastructure layer of healthcare and pharmacy payments using XRP ledger technology. Our role is to support open, neutral standards that enable interoperable payment systems, wallet utility, and real-world healthcare settlement across the ecosystem. If we had healthcare across the world using XRP Ledger, RLUSD for settlements for healthcare, guys, we're talking hospitals, pharmacies, all that money that adds up. This is billions of dollars we're talking about, if not trillions globally. This is a big move for XRP, but it's been around for a while. It's nothing new. I'm not saying it because it's something new, guys. Just something on your radar. So we have all this. We put it together. We're seeing that the legacy system is collapsing. They're trying to hang on to what they have. At the same time, we're seeing the crypto DeFi coming in full speed ahead, knocking them out of the way, making them kind of reevaluate how they go about doing their business. And we're seeing the players that we've been talking about on this channel, SHx, ZBCN, XRP, Axelar, all being major players of that. And if you've been around the channel for a while, this isn't anything new. You've been aware of all this information already. But while we're talking about nothing new and information that's kind of being recirculated, these next two I just want to show you because I say the dates when I go through my links because there's a lot of information that gets recirculated that is just old news. It's not new news, but it gets presented as it just happened. So what am I talking about? Check out your screen with me. I'm not going to leave their names on because this isn't about calling anybody out. It's not about that. I just want you to be aware that information gets put out there, then it gets circulated, even from big channels. So check this out. This first one, it says massive move. Ripple has brought in Donald Donahue, CEO of DTCC, and this person's page has over 552,000 followers on X. At the same time, you have from this other individual has 86,000 followers. It says massive. Ripple just hired former CEO DTCC. For those of you that have been around for a while, you know that is not new news. That's a very old story and is getting circulated as if that just happened because of clicks, in my opinion. I don't know why they posted that. Maybe one of the channels posted this is what happened. The other one picked it up and ran with it without validating it. I don't know. But long story short, there's a lot of false information that gets spread out there. This is why I put my links down in my video description. I want you to seriously take it, go through it, and give your own opinion of it, your own ideas of it. I could be wrong. Any of us could be wrong. At the end of the day, crypto is pure speculation when you break it down. That's why it is imperative you guys do your own research. I cannot drive that home enough. But this is going to be the part of the video that I'm going to throw in there for fun. So if you're wondering what kind of technology is coming our way, we think about AI and everything being automated going forward. Our life is going to be surveilled in a big way. And again, this isn't exactly new, but it is becoming more prominent. So check out this story coming from Shanaka, and this has to do with using AI inside your vehicles to monitor where your eye movement and your gaze is going. So check this out with me right along here. As of this morning, every brand new car sold in Europe is mandated by law to watch its driver, and the reason to worry is the opposite of what everyone is screaming about. The camera is not filming your face. The law explicitly bans that. It rather tracks your eyes. The danger is not what it does today. It is what it is now physically positioned to do tomorrow. This became binding across all 27 countries today, the 7th of July, 2026, and no member state can opt out because road safety is an EU competence and EU law overrides national law. And essentially, if you want to roll down here, this is what it's going to look like. I'm not going to read through all that, but this is essentially what we're moving to, not just in the UK, the EU. America is looking at this now. United States Congress is looking at getting the ability to shut down your car if they choose to do so. And some of this technology like this is going to be something that they're going to have the ability to do that through. This AI technology is scanning your eyes and telling the system where you're looking, and it's built into your car so you can't override it essentially. And if you move your eyes off the road for a certain amount of time, I think it's like 6 seconds, it starts beeping at you and starts making noises, and it escalates from there. So the future we're walking into is going to be heavily surveilled, ran by AI. So this is an important reason to really educate yourself on what this technology is doing just outside of the payments structure. The payment structure is just a way to usher all this in at the end of the day, but it has a bigger plan at that. I mean, by 2035, I keep saying this, by 2035, the world we live in today is going to look completely different than we recognize it. So I hope you're prepared for what's coming. I hope that you see that the old legacy system is dying out. The new one's being built right in front of us. The fourth industrial revolution is taking place right now. And if you're watching this video in real time, you're watching that unfold and you are taking place in that. That's something to be excited about, in my opinion. That's all I have for you in this video, guys. Again, if you could hit that like button, a simple comment down below, a thumbs up, something you enjoyed about the video or didn't enjoy about the video. And again, if you do like this kind of information, please consider subscribing to the channel. We definitely would love to have you a part of this channel. So before I let you guys go, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, become the change you want to see in the world. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll catch you on the next one.